Mike, we gotta talk.
Literally no man wants to hear that line. But, lay it on me, bud. What's on your mind?
The Audi, we haven't touched it in like a year.
What do you mean we haven't touched it in a year? Literally every time I'm here, I bump into that thing at least one time. Not to mention I take off a bolt or two every time I'm here. You can't rush these things, man. They'll get done when they get done.
What? No, Mike, you're the epitome of what not to do on a project.
I'm the epitome of what not to do. Give me one good reason. Better yet, give me 10 reasons on why I suck at working on project cars.
My pleasure.
Hey, Mike here, and welcome back to the Hangar Hideout. Now, I'm sure a lot of you out there have a project car. It's probably sitting in the center of your garage. No one can park around it, and you got shit piled high all around it. But don't worry, because every time your buddies are over, you're having a few beers, you tell them about how you're going to finish this thing, and you're going to take it down the track, it's going to run eights, it's going to be great. It's probably not going to happen, and that's okay, because project cars aren't for everybody. Sometimes you get a little over ambitious and you want to fix this, fix that, but you end up not getting it done. But today, we're going to go over the top 10 reasons you suck at working on your project car. Reason number 1, there's no more space in your garage. You compiled all these boxes of parts that just lay around because they don't get in the car, but one way or another, they find themselves inside. Inside the driver's seat, passenger seat, back seat, trunk. There's literally no more space in the car because they're full of the parts that you didn't fix it with.
Hey, Mike, can I get the airbox?
Yeah, bud. That's gonna be a bit. Reason number 2, don't start another project car. You don't even have enough time for this one. What makes you think you're gonna finish another one?
Hey, Mike, can I get the jack stands for the Audi?
Yeah, once I'm done with the Miata. Gonna be a while though. Reason number 3, you don't label anything. You get really excited, you start ripping parts off the car, you take off the alternator, the bolts go in a box. Keep the bolts with the alternator. Better yet, why don't you just put them in a Ziploc bag and label it? It's only gonna take you a minute or two, but it's gonna save you a lot of minutes in the future.
Hey, Mike, I need that breather hose for the front of the engine.
Reason number 4, you don't have the payroll to fund this project car. I've been there, let me paint a picture. You get a cheap car, $200-300, but it's gonna take a whole lot of money to get that thing running again. You don't realize how much of a money pit these things can be. Now, I'm not made of money, but you gotta stay in your wheelhouse.
Mike, we're gonna need some parts for the Audi. Pistons, crank, rods. Probably get the blower too while we're at it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Bad news. This is gonna have to be a budget build.
Budget build? We have to completely rebuild. I mean, you have to have a budget to have a budget build.
Yeah, I didn't think this one fully through. Reason number 5, do a little research. You can't always trust John the parts guy at a swap meet. He's just looking to make a deal. You're gonna be buying a whole lot of parts for this parts car. And when you buy the wrong one, guess where it's gonna end up? In your garage. Do some research. Dills, look what I got. $50, new intake manifold for the Audi.
That's a intake for a 4.6 Mustang.
No. Jerry at the swap meet said this would fit for sure. Reason number 6, don't jump into the deep end. You gotta know your limits with a project car. If you pick up your first project car and it needs a whole bunch of body work, but you don't know how to weld, it's probably not the project car for you. I know you think you're gonna pick up welding and you'll fix it, but that's gonna turn into that 20-year project, and then you're gonna hit 5 other reasons that I just said. So do yourself a favor, stick in your own wheelhouse.
Don't you dare. Reason number 7, trust nothing. When working on a project car, when you're putting old parts back onto the car, test.
Dills, I could not agree more with you. Thankfully, I got an eye for stuff like this, and you're good. Thank me later. Reason number 8, don't make your daily driver car your project car. Believe me when I tell you that every hour-long project is going to take you about a weekend, and every 3-hour project probably going to take you a whole week. Do yourself a favor, make your daily driver and your project car 2 totally different cars. Hey honey, can you take the kids to practice? I accidentally took the rear end out of my car. Okay, I love you, bye. Awkward.
Reason number 9, don't buy a car without a title. Titles are fact, making sure that you own the car. If you don't see a title, you do not own that car. Hence, an example. Hey Mike, where did you get that Trans Am?
Trans Am? Oh man, I was downtown a couple of weeks ago. I got a great deal. Like I needed it gone today. I think I paid like $500.
Stolen.
And we made it all the way to number 10. Now 10's a big one. 10 is the biggest one. 10 is what makes people deter themselves away from working on a project car. And that's you simply don't have a lot of time. Project cars take a lot of your free time. And if you don't have it, and you're not ready to spend sleepless weekends, almost sleepless years working on this thing, might not be the right time for a project car. If you're dedicated, you'll get it done. But if you can't squeeze time then, it's just not for you. And that's okay. Thankfully, I bought myself a couple of minutes here because my wife's taking the kid to practice. I think I worked on enough cars today though, so I'm going to catch up on some TV. I want to thank you guys for coming to hide out with us at the hangar. If you like what you saw, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. I'm going to sit down and watch some TV. Thanks for hiding out. Reason number 2. What was reason number 2? Reason number 5. Do your research. Idiot. Dills, look what I got, baby. $50. Shut up, idiot!
I'm gonna unmic myself.
Bolts with it. Put it in a Ziploc bag, label alternator bolt, damn it. Reason number 3, finally. We've made it all the way to number 10. God damn it, I didn't put my phone on vibrate.